Alright, welcome to another IELTS speaking practice video. Today we have a one-on-one student, Miss Trâm, and she is doing her regular speaking practice. Miss Trâm, are you ready for your speaking practice?
Yes.
Okay, let's do a random one. 35 is about apps, okay? Apps. You know what apps is? Apps are apps on the phone, you know? Application on the phones. Phone apps. So what apps have you recently used, Miss Trâm?
Actually, I'm the low-tech person, so I don't have too many apps on my phone. But recently, I just use like the messengers with an app belong to Facebook to like text my family and my friends. And also, I often use YouTube for like to open the some video for my boys watching.
I see. So what types of apps are you usually interested in?
Actually, there are some apps that I like. For example, Messenger, because it's very like convenient for me to text with my friends and family members, because it's free and it's convenient because just with Wi-Fi connection, I can text whoever I want. And yes, and some apps for listening to music, because sometimes, yes, when I have leisure time, I usually listen to music.
Right. So do you think apps are useful?
Yeah, in my opinion, apps very useful
Apps
for
are
human
very
life.
useful.
Apps are very useful because it can like uh, uh, facilitate the people to to achieve to do what they want. For example, a standout example is YouTube. You can find many useful videos on on this app, and I mean, without apps,
Yes.
people have like many difficulties to deal with.
Okay, good. So, what do you usually use apps for? And what kind of apps would you like to use in the future?
So, okay. Usually, yeah. Right now, I don't work right now, so I just use apps for my like relaxation and taking care for my baby. For example, some apps to listen to music like
Music.
YouTube
Okay, music.
or
Music. Why?
music,
Listen
music.
to music.
For example, YouTube or Spotify, and also watch TV like watch movies like Netflix,
Okay.
and yes, and also YouTube Kids for my boys while I taking care of him. Like sometimes I had to like distract him from annoying me, so I had
Oh,
to
that
use
sounds
YouTube.
really
Yeah,
cute.
and in the future, I like actually I think good. I think I will have to like use the apps related to like learning, like English learning. For example, BBC Minute or Cambly or something like that, in order to better my English skills, and some some apps for working like Google Drive, or to like support me to manage my work in the future. I think so.
Good. Right. Okay, very good. Let's try, I would like you to try something else, a part 2. No, a part 1. But we have more topics, like for example, let's try headphones. Do you use headphones? Headphone là cái mà buộc vào đầu luôn á, chứ không phải là cái mà nhét vô tai đâu nha. Đó là earphones.
Yeah. Yes, I do use headphones. Because it's very convenient. Because sometimes I have to like travel, and sometimes I don't want to annoy any people around me, so I usually use headphone, and I have some set of headphone for my own.
For my own, I see.
For my own.
Okay, so what types of headphone do you use? You know the name?
Yeah. There's kind of headphone I use. Like the headphone I use most is the in-ear headphone. Because it's like it's just with the Bluetooth connection. I can use it anywhere, whenever I want, and wherever I want. Like traveling on bus, or
on buses, yes.
On buses, something on taxi, something. So it's very convenient and hassle free. And in addition, I do have like overhead headphones.
Overhead headphone.
Overhead headphones, because of the high quality of the sound it transmits. So I sometimes I use it when I watch movies by like computers or laptop.
Okay. Okay, so do you think earphones are better than headphones?
Yeah, in my opinion, earphones do have some advantage rather than headphones, because earphones sometimes it's sometimes it's accompanied by the phone we buy, so I think it's free. So, and also earphone is like is more convenient than the headphones, because it's like small, it's easy to portable. It's easy to be portable, and to carry on, and yeah, and also it's
Yes.
dây là gì ta, quên rồi.
Say again.
Wireless, yes, and it's wireless.
And
it's wireless, so
I see. Well, okay. I think there are actually wireless headphone as well. Hai cái đều wireless được mà.
Yeah. Earphone wireless. It's small and it's easy to carry on. So, for example, you can put the pair of earphones in your pocket and bring them whenever you want. So it's quite like more convenient, I think.
I see. Right. So, do you feel uncomfortable when you wear headphones? Because after sometimes it's very hot, and you sweat a lot around your ears, and sometimes I think headphones is the best when it's really cold outside.
Yeah. Yes, actually, feel a little bit uncomfortable when I wear headphones because, to be honest, I don't like the feeling of something in my ears. It's like it make me feel itchy and difficult for me to
Itchy, yeah, nó nhức, nó nhức nhức bực bực sao,
uh,
yeah, it's itchy,
yeah,
yes.
itchy and annoying. So I cannot work or focus on listening to what I want. So, and also, wearing headphones sometimes make me feel hot. For example, in the summer weather, using overhead headphones, maybe after minutes, I like my ears start sweating.
I see. All right. In what conditions would you not use headphones? Like trong tình trạng nào mà sẽ không dùng headphone nha?
Yeah. So yeah, there's some particular times that headphone is not my choice to use. For example, when I do house chores, so I prefer turn on music by phone rather than use headphone. Because when I cleaning, it's easy to easy for my headphone to fall in. So using the sorry, cái la là gì anh em quên rồi.
The speakers.
A speaker, yeah. So I prefer to using speaker rather than headphones. And sometimes when I feel sick or feel blue or I have headache, so headphone is not my choice in these cases. And also in summertime, like hot weather, hot sunny day, something like that. So headphones is not my choice also.
Well, okay, let's do topic part 2, part 3 now. Let me find. Okay, hôm qua mình mới đưa ra một đống topic mới luôn á. Actually included a lot of new ones for you, I think. But let's do number 10 now. About social media. Nó nói về mạng truyền thông xã hội. Describe something interesting you saw on social media. Miêu tả cái gì đó thú vị bạn tìm thấy trên mạng xã hội. You should say when it was, where you saw it, what you saw, and explain why you think it was interesting. And then part 3 of social media. Why do people like to use social media? Tại sao con người ta lại thích dùng mạng xã hội? What kinds of things are popular on social media? Có những thứ gì nó rất là thông dụng, thấy được nhiều trên mạng truyền thông xã hội? What are the advantages and disadvantages of using social media? Những lợi ích và tác hại của chuyện sử dụng mạng xã hội là gì? And then, what do you think of making friends on social network? Bạn nghĩ gì về chuyện kết bạn trên những mạng xã hội? Why shouldn't people trust everything they see on social media? Tại sao con người ta không nên tin tưởng bất kỳ thứ gì họ nhìn thấy trên mạng xã hội? You know how it is, right? Do you think that the media is contributing a lot to the development of countries? Bạn có nghĩ rằng mạng truyền thông đang cống hiến rất nhiều cho sự phát triển của đất nước hay không? Think about videos, promotional videos, to help sell products. Video để quảng cáo bán sản phẩm. Think about the fact that because of the media, YouTube, you get to know me, and now you're here studying, Think about the fact that my free videos can help a lot of students study for free, Think about the fact that the media can help promote the selling of a lot of goods that helps a lot of businesses remain, in business. Giúp nhiều doanh nghiệp nó vẫn remain in business, nó vẫn còn có thể sống được. To remain in business. Do you think what do you think are the roles of the media in our modern world? Anh chị nghĩ rằng vai trò của truyền thông trong thế giới hiện đại chúng ta là gì? This is exactly like a question in a beauty contest, Giống trong đi thi người mẫu rồi đó. Anh chị nghĩ gì về vai trò của truyền thông trong thế giới hiện đại của chúng ta? Dạ thưa các quý vị ban giám khảo và các bạn, giống bật đài lên đó. What do you think are the roles of media in our modern world? Nào, vai trò truyền thông là gì trong thế giới hiện đại chúng ta ngày nay? Without it, bây giờ mình nói không có nó thì có sống được không? Without it, can businesses stay remain in business? Can businesses still flourish or develop? Can people find jobs easily? Can people learn skills easily? Something like that. And then last question, do you think there is anything people can do to have a cleaner and healthier social media environment? Anh chị có nghĩ rằng có bất kỳ thứ gì con người ta có thể làm để có được một cái môi trường mạng xã hội môi trường mạng xã hội trong sạch và lành mạnh hơn không? Quite a lot of things to think about, First thing first. You have the part 2 to do first. Now some time to think. Alright, please describe something interesting you saw on social media, Miss Trâm.
So, one thing that made me interested in social media is the videos on YouTube that I saw about 3 years ago when I I just by chance saw it advertised on YouTube. It's the videos were about culinary trip, culinary travel of in the Indian. So through this video, I could understand the way that Indian season their food and what herbs or spices they use, and also I am passionate about the cuisine, so it's made me interested, and by watching this video like that, it's the effective way for me to understand the culture, because in my workplace, there are many people coming from India. So when I have a grasp of their culture, I can collaborate with them better.
Okay, you can collaborate with them better. Okay, I see. So, why do people like to use social media, Miss Trâm? What do you think?
So, in my opinion, social media is attract more and more attention from public because the first one is it's easy to use. I mean, just with the phone and Wi-Fi connection, it's easy for people to access to like Facebook or Instagram or something like that, and it's the effective way to update what people do every in the daily basis, and also the social media are is a like the useful resources for information. I mean, you can like easy for people to search, to do some searching or finding like anything they want. For example, when people want to like cook a new meal or dishes, it's very easy for them to search some recipe online. And yeah, and social media is a useful way to like relax. I mean, why people can like watch videos on TikTok or YouTube all day long. I mean,
Okay, so what kinds of things are popular on social media then?
so in my opinion, there's various things that are prevalent on social media. For example, um, like um, like be popular.
Like, think about internet dramas, think about educational videos, think about like news, tin tức trên mạng đầy, news on social media.
Yeah.
Think about people posting gym pictures and vacation pictures, a lot of that. And but most of the time, people in Vietnam post picture about their babies. Các con đăng lên như là
Thiệt
gì
luôn,
luôn.
thiệt.
Uh-huh.
Hay là giống như mình liệt kê thôi hả?
Ah, yes.
Ờ,
They ask for what
so,
kind, so you just have to list it out,
so in my opinion, there are various things that popular on social media. So, for example, like breaking news on like channel on like some channels of media company, something like that. And how about like educational videos on yeah, educational videos for like test sticker, test sticker, for example, and think about like cuisine or food cooking, some video related to like cooking and in instruct people to cook some meal, something like that. Yes, I mean, a tons of content on social media.
Okay. Right, so what are the advantages and disadvantages of using social media?
So, yes, using social media, in my opinion, have pros and cons. So, for like at about like positive, it is useful resources of information. For example, it's easy for people to search, to do some searching and find what they want online. So it's accessible for people. get what they want, to attain what they want. And as they like but in contrast, social media had like drawbacks, some drawbacks. For example, it's easy for people to like to be addicted to social media, because nowadays it's more and more like and teenagers and young generation, they spend lots of time searching or suffering, and and distracted from studying. So it can like make them have poorer performances in studying. And also because of like as because of something a lack of censorship, some toxic content on social media, for example YouTube or TikTok, it can have like the bad influences on like in, they will have bad influence on children or teenagers. So yeah, it's so bad for them. For example, like some video show them how to like suicide, or to do harm for other people. So it's very bad, terrible for them.
I see. What do you think of making friends on social network?
So yeah, because of the development of social network, is can like bring some benefit for people nowadays. People can easy to make friends through like some online apps, for example Facebook, Instagram, or like a standout example is Tinder. You know, just wiping the information of candidates, you can easy to find online friends on this app. And but in contrast, it's very like it's have the various risks for
various.
they are
Có là chữ
very
DADI.
they
Trời
are
ơi, dính hoài.
there are various risks for making friends on the social network, because you people cannot like well know about like the counterpart very well, because something information unreliable. So it's very dangerous. And it's the fact that there are many like murderer or sexual kẻ tấn công tình dục là gì? Attacker, sexual attacker.
We call it sexual assault.
Assault.
You know the word assault, right? Sexual assault là một cái tội giống như là tấn công về mặt tình dục không? Sexual assault.
Yeah.
We can say sexual attackers. Yeah, you can say sexual attacker.
Yeah. So there are like many murderer or sexual attacker who make use of social media network to like to lure their victims in order to like to sacrifice their like terrible idea, something like that.
Okay, good. So it's actually quite risky to make friends on social network too, but it doesn't mean that we cannot find good friends there, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, recently there has been a lot of cases of Vietnamese women getting lured into the traps of so-called Nigerian princes and prince. Or you know, Western people, Western guys trying to you know, to be friend or to be lovers of those women, and then they try to squeeze money from women, you know.
Yes.
Of course, these things happens a lot. So a lot of scamming online, though. A lot of them.
Yeah.
So why shouldn't people trust everything they see on social media?
Yes. There's some reasons that people shouldn't like rely or trust anything on social media. The first thing is that like the lack of strict censorship. I mean, not everything, not every videos, not every video online are censored by authority.
By the
So
authority. The authority.
by the authority. So the content is unreliable, and also in a worst case scenario, it can like harm or have the harmful influence. For example, it's easy for people to see some like video online about how to treat diseases like, for example, diabetes, and this video, this content is like is wrong. So if people trust on this video, it like uh, can like worsen their condition or worsen their diseases.
What do you mean? Wasn't there what? Wasn't there what?
Their condition, health condition.
Uh-huh. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
okay, is anything else? Do you think that the media is contributing a lot to the development of countries?
yeah, in my opinion, the media have an important role in developing a country. Firstly, it can help to uh, it can help businesses or
To
companies to develop or remain in business. For example, in just think about COVID-19, everything is searched out. So by using Facebook and online advertisement, business um, can be operated, can be it
can be operated
continue
online,
to
right?
yes, by like order online and delivery. It's easy for like firms or owner to continue uh, working. I mean, and also by media, the country can like build their image. For example, through media, some countries like can advertise their culture and develop their tourism
Tourism.
by attracting more and more tourists or visitors from foreign countries.
Okay, good. Very good, very good. So, what do you think are the roles of the media in our modern world? Vai trò của một truyền thông trong mạng xã hội trong thế giới chúng ta là gì?
Thì vai trò. Yeah, in my opinion, in my opinion, in this modern world, the media has the media is important for people because it's the and informative resources. I mean, it's there are various piece of information available online, so
Pieces of
people can
information.
pieces of information available online. So users can easy to access this information, and also
Yes.
gì nữa ta, câu này nó chung chung thiệt á chứ. And also, let's think about like shopping.
Yes.
Media is
Online
like
shopping. Yes.
online shopping. Media is an useful and effective means of advertising for like boost the development of like trading. So because it's a trend that people shopping online more and more nowadays. So media have like important role in this aspect. In this aspect. Or let's think about like education. You know, nowadays online classes are more popular and more prevalent. So yeah, media have like useful means to I think it can like
Yes, what can it do?
Can facilitate the educational development.
Interesting. Okay, so what do you think? Is there anything people can do to have a cleaner and healthier social media environment? Báo cáo, report, censorship, like maybe what else then? What do you think?
Yeah. So in this modern world, social media environment should be like should be controlled and governed stricter. I mean stricter to create a cleaner and healthier environment for users. There's some measures. The first thing I can think of is like stricter censorship. I mean, the government should like impose some laws about censorship for apps owners. For example, YouTube or TikTok to like censor video content before uploading them online, and the second measure is that they had to like have the regulation about like the age restriction to in order that people can watch the content that appropriate for their ages. For example, children they should not watch some video for adults or something like that.
I see. That's a very good way to answer it, actually. Good. Now let's try something else. 14 then. Describe a piece of local news you were interested in. Miêu tả một cái mẫu tin tức địa phương. Nhớ là cái chữ news nó là danh từ mà có S sẵn nhưng mà nó là số ít nha. Và phải đếm nó phải là a piece of news nha. So remember that news is uncountable. I mean, if you want to count it, you have to use a piece of news. Remember that. Miêu tả một mẫu tin tức địa phương mà bạn đã hứng thú. You should say what it was about, where you saw or heard it, who was involved, and explain why you were interested in it. And then part 3 of news. Where do people get the news in your country? Ở đất nước bạn, con người ta lấy tin từ đâu? từ cái nguồn nào, like what kind of source, what sources, what kind of news do people like to read, con người ta thích đọc cái loại tin gì, tin về gì á. How can companies tell the public its news? Những công ty nói cho quần chúng biết được những cái thông tin mới, những cái sản phẩm mới, những chương trình mới của nó như thế nào. Like new program, new promotional campaigns, new discount, something like that. How do they do that? And what do you think of the news on social media? Anh chị nghĩ gì về tin tức trên mạng truyền thông xã hội? And what do you think about public shaming or fake news? Bạn nghĩ gì về tin giả và chuyện mà nhục mạ người khác trên mạng? Public shaming and fake news. So this is very similar to the last topic, but it's a bit different. Alright, please describe a piece of local news you are interested in. Miss Trâm, please.
Last month when I was driving, by chance I turned on the radio in my car and just to listen to music, but it turned out breaking news of city television, in which the speaker or the host he spoke in a British accent. It's were interesting because it has been a long time that I haven't heard the British accent, and so it's attracted my attention, and also it talked about the concert which will take place in the downtown next week, and yes, and I found it very interesting because I love going to like crowded places, for example concerts, and also like I said, it has been a long time I haven't heard the British accent. So I think it's the news host, the news speaker in my city television. So I think in the future I will turn on the radio more often.
Okay, I see. So where do you get the news in your country then? Where do people get the news in your country?
So there are various means to get the news all over the world, and especially in my country, people used to listen to radio because it's very convenient. They can listen to the pieces of news while commuting or traveling, and moreover, there's also some means of media. I mean, to get the news, for example, newspaper. But newspaper is less popular than the technological means, radio, like I mentioned, and also the prevalent way to get the news is the online newspaper, because more and more people they find it convenient to reading headlines by just using a phone or iPad to to read what they want.
I see. So how can companies tell the public its news then? What do you think?
Okay, so based on my experience, the firms can announce its news to the public through some channels, through some means of media. I mean, for example, social media like Facebook, Instagram is a useful way to like advertise their news.
Mhm.
Let's think about like let's
Yes.
think about like the um company. So let's think about like let's think about the clothes company. They want to like advertise their new collection. So like on through Instagram or Facebook, they can like reach wider.
Reach. Ý kéo dài.
They can reach yeah, they can reach a wider range of customer. For example, fashionista, because they are like because they are the influencer who like who work mainly online. So by using
Wow, so
these
I'm
new
a real influencer then.
really,
Because I
and
work online all the time, yeah.
yeah, and and also like an useful ways to announce uh, the news is through like
Yes, through what?
through public places. For example, let's think about like New York place, New York Times
Okay.
place, quảng trường New York đúng không anh?
Yeah, New York Times Square actually.
Yes,
Times
Square.
Square, remember that one?
Yes, yes. Let's think about New York Times Square. Like they
Yes.
had like it
There
had
is and there are it
a
has
huge.
cẩn thận.
There is they are huge screens. Uh, they are huge screens which shows um, commercials. So many people can watch the news showed on the screens. So it's also a useful way.
I see. So what kind of news do people like to read then?
So in my opinion, there are many different kind of news people like to read. For example, the like the elderly, they would like to uh, uh, achieve some information about like politics, the healthcare, about like you know
What else then?
the daily life uh, mm, or something like that. But for like teenagers or young generations, they prefer to read some dramas or something
Dramas, a
in the
personal life,
drama,
gossip, you know,
personal life in the showbiz or something
show
like
business.
that. Uh, so bis so business,
Showbiz là show business. In show
yeah.
business.
Uh, or about like stars or idols, something like that. And but the topic of the topic of the news can vary depends on like depends on the jobs people do. For example, like teachers, they usually read some pieces of news about like education. Uh, for instance, like educational channels, and for like for example, doctors, they uh, they are likely to read some pieces of news about like uh, advances of medicine or like diseases treatments. I mean,
Right, so it depends on the types of audience, right?
Yeah.
Tùy thuộc vào cái loại mà khán giả. The type of audience, I see. Alright, so what do you think of the news on social media these days? Tin tức trên truyền thông dạo này thì what do you think?
Tin tức trên truyền thông.
Okay, maybe it's a bit too vague now. Let's try another one. What do you think about public shaming of fake news then?
Từ từ em trả lời câu trước chứ em.
Alright, you can try the first. What do you think of the news on social media then? Okay.
So yeah, nowadays the news on social media are like there's some features that to reach the audiences. For example, the news the pieces of news are short. So like for example, some breaking news, it's just the host or speaker just talk about the news with just some sentences in order to like in order that they can like convey or convey as many as pieces of news as possible. And also the news is nowadays just focused on the main or important idea. For example, talk about like some standout like standout happenings. The news just
Yes.
Show the headline or the important
parts. Oh no, and that's not the important part. Most of the time
part.
it's the attractive part. The alluring, cái sự mà cái khoảng mà nó nghe rất là attractive hay là alluring, you know.
Alluring.
This word is the same as attractive. Nó hấp dẫn, lôi cuốn.
Yeah.
Normally people just want to read about those things. They don't want to read about the other, you know, boring parts.
Yeah. Boring parts. Yeah. Beside of being short and alluring, news on social media nowadays is various. I mean, the information on social media come from many fields or aspects of our life. So it can like serve or reach a huge, wide range of audiences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about public shaming or fake news these days? Is there any ways to prevent them or something like that? Or do people believe in those things? Or people do these things more online? Because according to science, it seems like public shaming is more commonplace when people are online because there's no repercussion. Nó không có những cái repercussions. Nó gọi là không có được những cái hậu quả, consequences. Khi mà người ta làm online, có gặp mặt nhau đâu, mà quánh nhau hay gì đâu mà sợ người ta nói xấu, người ta thẳng thắn lắm trên mạng. Like basically online people are very real. They behave according to their real nature, you know. And often time it's very ugly. Thường là mấy cái bản chất con người nó hiện rõ trên mạng lắm. Thường là nó không có được tốt lành đâu. So what do you think about public shaming of fake news?
In my opinion, public shaming of fake news are common nowadays on social media because firstly, people like want to attract attention from public, to like increase the viewers or followers, and or to get fame, something like that. And also they by like using social media, they don't have to like face don't have to be faced with like um, sequences or
consequences.
They don't have to be faced with the consequences. For example, punishment or any the monetary fine from authority, cơ quan chức năng là gì?
The authority.
Authority from public authority.
Những cơ quan chức năng có thẩm quyền, authorities.
Yeah, so these people, they it's easy for them to like do shaming or to provide fake news online. And but in my opinion, nowadays there's some effective measure to prevent this this happening. So, for example, stricter censorship. Some like the team of technological officers, they will like censor some online news. And also in Vietnam, the censoring team from like
the government.
Yeah, the government. They have some like punishment to people. Yeah, some they do some punishment to some punishment.
Punishment.
Yeah, they have some punishment to the people who provide fake news on Facebook, for example. And for like some case of public shaming, the audiences, they do have awareness of these misbehaving. So
you mean misbehaviors?
Misbehavior. So they lên án là gì anh?
Boycott, nó có cái từ là boycott, là tẩy chay. To boycott something.
Boycott.
Lên án, kết án, lên án. Well, in order to boycott something, I think this is like a word you need to know. To boycott something, or to detest. Look at the word detest.
Test. Yeah. So nowadays, more and more people, they are aware of misbehavior or public shaming. So they so they start boycotting or detesting those who misbehave or shame or
shame people online. Động từ to shame, động từ to shame á. It's a verb to shame people online.
Em hơi khớp với chỗ không biết shame có đúng là verb không. Yeah, or shame people online. Yes, that's it.
Alright, good. I think it's good enough now. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then for more writing and speaking practice. Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh để đăng ký kênh đó, để mà các bạn có thể được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.